I know that the music has been completely changed in this version of the game, but it's interesting that the Angry Sea theme, which used to be a separate theme, is now the same as the Mountain theme from earlier. And it's a good tune. I think it's one of the best ones in the game, and with the NES instrument set, could easily be on par with any of the tunes in the NES version. It's just interesting that it's used for the mountain and the sea. Maybe it's the high adventure music. But we still really don't need dolphin swimming sound effects. Unless it's more realistic for dolphins to go blub 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 as they swim. So, checking out the new town, Joel. What's up, Joel? More signs. She? I don't remember there being a she elder in this town in the NES version. They're changing things again, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I wonder if she's still named Ralph. Any items of interest here? Do I need anything? I don't think so. Oh, yes, I have heard about the trouble on the island. No, actually, I haven't, because nobody's told me about it. Would you tell me about the trouble on the Island of Spirits? Wow, you look kind of funny. You look like you just threw on a sack. Rolled out of bed. Necklace of Fate. That's an item I don't recall having before. Okay, so we'll go to the Island Spirits, and we'll save your son Clark. And we'll save the girl who's gonna be sacrificed? Quaint little town. Yeah, blow the flute. Blow the flute. Make the music go weird. Okay, so just checking on my my totals there. Actually, if you see me appearing to fumble on the menu screen, that's only like 20% of the time, 15% of the time, if even. I've played this game enough that I'm used to pressing select to bring up your inventory screen and pressing start to bring up your status screen, which is a little odd. The controls here are more streamlined than in the NES version. Oh, there's a gate in front of the cave. Well, let's open it up with the Necklace of Fate. I guess that's sort of to encourage you to go to Joel first so you have some context for why there are going to be zombies and sacrifice girls later. This is the only place where we see these enemies. I don't know, I sort of have a split opinion about one-shot enemies, ones that only really appear in, like, a single section in the game, because part of me feels like a lot of enemies, would be great additions later in the game, when they start doing all the palette swaps and it's the same enemies over and over again. It would be nice to have some variety, but at the same time, it's more memorable sometimes to have that one enemy. Hey, you remember that one section with the jellyfish just floating around? Whatever happened to them? Like, so I can go both ways with it, I think. There's another maze that, for whatever reason, is a little bit confusing. It's not all that complicated, really. I think it throws me off because there's a little loop around. There's 3 pathways up here, up north. And one of them loops back around. Okay, magic ring, great. Recovers my magic points to full. Very helpful. But because of how expensive those are, it's really good to stockpile those and just teleport. I mean, teleport back to an inn, spend 1,650 gold dollars to recover yourself instead of blowing a magic ring, which is like, what, 3,000 in one of the towns, to recover your health. It's useful to have in the field, but if it's not that much of a pain to get back to where you were, save some money, and then beat up more enemies and get stronger and get more cash on the way back. Okay, so I am paralyzed, and I can't charge up my weapon, which has never stopped me before. I mean, it stopped me from knocking down walls, but it hasn't stopped me from progressing in the dungeon as much as I can until there's nowhere else to progress. But the problem is that I kind of forget to go back and knock down... knock down that other wall. And that's an important wall to knock down, because that's got the iron necklace I was talking about before. I love the little pink, red, whatever color they are, blobs. I mean, the green ones are cool, but the other color ones that poison you when you run into them, I think are even cooler. I just like their color scheme. And I also like when they're hiding out in the grass outside the caves around Portoa, because they really kind of blend in. They're sneaky. I like that it's not always just fight an enemy, fight an enemy, fight an enemy. It's, this enemy is hiding in the grass. He's kind of hard to see. Visibility is low, so you need to be attentive. You've got birds swooping in from all over the place. You can't just focus on the enemies in front of you. You need to be attentive. So I like that it's not just straightforward beat up the thing in front of you, that you do need to be paying attention. Now what am I doing? I'm gonna teleport back to, Amazones! I'm in the Amazon. Mirror shield. Yes, almost. Going to go to my imaginary pawn shop. I guarantee you I'm going to my imaginary pawn shop in just a moment. What am I doing? Get out of here, me. Did I buy something else? I totally bought something else. That's okay. Better armor, because now the armor that I'm wearing is from the second town. Yeah, this is my imaginary pawn shop that I keep coming back to. It's not there! Gender diversity sensitivity training at the inn. That's why the innkeeper and all the shopkeepers are willing to take me, the terrible man, into their shop. Because I can give them money. Here we go. Now, really, I've sold my thing, and I've... Okay, whiplash. We okay? Everybody okay? Oh, goodness. I should have warned you to buckle up. But you don't need to see all this. This is all the same thing all over again. Okay, now we're back here. And you've actually seen the intro to this part too, but I think some of the anime fighting is kind of important to slow down for, because I keep getting bopped around by that guy. I guess isn't really a guy, and now I get paralyzed again, like the whole reason I left this cave in the first place. But at least I've got enough magic points to recover myself. Another RPG tip, if you get a status ailment, and you're still fighting something that can inflict that status ailment on you, probably a good idea not to heal yourself until you know for sure that you're not going to get hit with that same status ailment again. So if there's an enemy that poisons you every turn, don't waste a turn using an unpoisoner item, because you'll just get poisoned again. Okay, speeding back through here. I mean, unless it's like life-threatening, or you've got many party members and somebody who's just not doing anything, but in general, don't waste your items. Let's see what we have in store at the end of here. Okay. Now do I need to unparalyze myself? I'm going to use my license. My license plant. Do you have a license to plant that? My license plant, so I'm unparalyzed. And I get a license plant! Lysis, oh goodness. So I'm back to where I started, basically. Yee. I spend more time in this cave in this playthrough, and I still miss the iron necklace that's over there behind the wall that I wasn't able to blow up the first time, which is a terrible shame. As I was saying before about the bird, bat, flying enemies that come in and circle around you, the iron necklace is really good for increasing your armor defense enough to have them just bounce off you, and when you're revisiting older areas. So for example, if you're going back to level up somewhere, it's really helpful to just have enemies bounce off of you, so you don't even need to worry about your own health. But oh well. Ever forward, ever onward. So a little bit of platforming here. Sometimes I like to don the rabbit boots and try and jump on here, but I don't feel the need to accidentally fall down the hole and then fast forward my way back up here. So I will spare you that. Oh, zombie. Zombie, say nothing to me. Okay. Hey, you! You're not a zombie. Hey, Clark, you're the one we were looking for. Sabera's gonna need some help, or... Oh, the young girl's gonna need some help. So I was gonna say, if I could team up with Sabera and be one of the bad guys, that'd be fun. Okay, so I'm on a rescue mission now. Another rescue mission. But that's cool. What? No! At least I still have magic points and unparalyze myself. No! Those shadow guys are really tricky. But they're much easier here, because you can just hit them with any weapon and take them out. Couldn't do that in the NES game. It's not that I remember. You? I know you. I blew you up. Took you out real easy like. Because you can't possibly be any harder than you were before, I'll just use the exact same tactics. Of course that'll work. I'm almost dead. Try the medical herb. See how... Well, no, that didn't do much of anything. I miss the bar. I miss the health bar from the original game. Because the bar provided instant feedback. You just glance at it and you can tell immediately how much health you have. Whereas now, you have to read numbers. And when you're in a pinch like this, fast action, I'm just not going to make this, just stabbing at him. Antidote, that's not going to help. Lysis plant, oh, tell me I'm going to use a magic. I don't want to use a magic ring, but that's okay, it's kind of important. Better to be safe than, like, $3,000 in the hole, needing to buy another magic ring than to... Oh, really? I guess it was a little bit of waste, but I'll press on. I'll make most of my magic ring. Once again, I think I was saying something kind of worthwhile, but I can't remember what it was. This is the problem. Like I said, I'm a writer. Or a conversationalist. But having a conversation with myself. I forget where I'm going sometimes. I have nobody to nudge me back in the direction of where I was going. Oh well. These guys. For my money, these butterflies are the most... one of the most obnoxious enemies in the game, and definitely the most annoying flying ones, because they paralyze you when you blow them up. And it's often very difficult to get the distance that you need from them to not be affected by it. So you can't just really run by them, you need to keep your distance. Let's see what's on the other side here. Interesting little graphical issue, it looks like there's a small chunk of the platform missing. And I'm going to put on my rabbit boots and jump around. Eventually I'll get an item that will protect me from spiked floors. These are actually spikes moving up and down. I had no idea what they were the first couple times I played. They just sort of looked like, I don't know, dancing chocolate drops or something. Yeah, I don't really want to fall down the hole. So we'll take the platform back. I need elevator music on these platforms. Okay. Hi. Okay, I will go into the next room and defeat Sabera, per your request. What? What? Oh. Oh, surprise. I knew that was coming, but I wanted to show it to you anyhow. But surprise. See, sneaky. I like that the game just doesn't hand boss battles over to you all the time. It's not just, oh, you reached this room, time for boss battle, that it does throw in something like this every once in a while, where you need to just stab an innocent bystander? That's terrible. But it has to be done. Blah! Because it's not really an innocent bystander. It's Sabera, who's in disguise. I'm not the only one who can eventually use transformation magic. always had trouble figuring out exactly what Sabera looked like. So I guess it's a ridiculous horned helmet, and then she's got her arms... I always assumed Sabera was a she. I don't recall whether he or she was officially identified as one or the other. But is that like locks of hair coming down from the helmet? I'm starting to mumble now, which means I'm not really sure about what I'm saying anymore. Ignore me. Okay, just for fun. See, nothing else to find. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna try and jump this. Whee! I couldn't even jump. It would not even let me attempt to cross the platform. It just, as soon as I crossed that boundary into the section where there was pit, I fell. Take all the fun out of it. One more day as a zombie would have driven me over the edge. Goodness, you remember that? So terrible. Jack, clearly you don't have a vision problem because you beat everybody just fine, but here are some eyeglasses. I'm sure they'll be helpful. Being a zombie is lots of fun. Yeah, there's not too much rebuilding to do, really. I mean, just fix your doors. You're pretty much good. Alright, this is fun. Every so often, I'll destroy an enemy, and they'll get stuck in the wall, and their coin is in the wall above me. So I'll just jump for it. Creative use of the rabbit boots. Woohoo! No! Okay, we're just gonna take the easy path out of here. And I'm gonna forget which way I'm going again! There are a couple spots, doesn't matter how many times I play this game, I always head in the wrong direction. But we can speed through this now. Woo! It'd be interesting trying to play at this high speed and not just fast forward the video after the fact. Okay. Yay. I'm saying yay a lot. Let's eyeglasses this. You've been eyeglassed. Okay. Convenient cave built into the back of the shed. That was another puzzle that I was always a little suspicious about. Thanks. Here's your pendant, and also a sword through your eyes. Another test? Have I not proven myself as a hero yet? Do I need to defeat the Swordmaster and insult sword fighting to prove myself as a mighty hero pirate? I also sense that you could use a clue. Okay, and now I don't have a glowing lamp, I have a glowing light, like just this light that I'm putting in my shirt pocket or something. Okay, and combine them to turn the broken statue back into Fixie statue. Yeah, this whole puzzle section through here is okay. It's slightly more streamlined here in the Game Boy Color version. In the NES version, broken lamp, broken statue, glowing lamp, eyeglasses, the super goggles, just a little confusing because they're all very specific items that don't seem like they have anything to do with anything. Like on their own, it's not like, oh, I have a key. What can I find that can be unlocked by a key? Oh look, there's a big gate, let's open it. Just random items doing things. So not a major deal, but certainly enough to be confusing. I don't want to be back in there, do I? No. No, I don't. So I have the statue, and I'm gonna beat up a couple more goons on the way around, but I'm going to go to the altar, and I'm going to place the gold statue on the altar, and I'm going to calm the whirlpools on the angry sea, which will allow me to stab some more squid things and cross that whirlpool. That's not that whirlpool. Don't need to cross that one, but the other one. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Okay. So I've sufficiently taken a look around here. You have seen almost all that there is to see of the sea. Ow. Owie. So now I'm going to the altar. And I'm gonna get mad. No, I'm not. I'm gonna calm the sea. There is a cool sound effect in the NES game that just, you can feel that you calm the angry sea, but, well, it doesn't look like it. That's the only whirlpool that gets calmed in the entire sea. It would make sense if all of the whirlpools disappeared, because that would prompt you to explore a little bit more closely, instead of just assume that that one that was kind of obviously blocking your path has gone. So, a couple little improvements that I would still add to this game, but I still love Crystalis. It is still one of my all-time favorite video games. Just, when you play it enough times, like I've done, been playing this since it was released, basically, every once in a while you find little things that you want to change. It would just make your experience that much better. But that probably goes without saying. I've calmed the angry sea, and as a reward, I get the barrier spell. Now the barrier spell, not before. Goody goody.